You know, I've witnessed people doing all kinds of all kinds of these tests for intelligence. They're not like this, but they'll have you to remember a certain amount of digits in a sequence, or they'll have you remember what a letter corresponds to when it comes to a symbol, and you have to decode something, or similar things like that. And that's cool, but I don't know whether or not we're ever really going to know what an intelligence measure is. I I could do this all the time, every day, and I'm not going to be any more or less intelligent. It's just a bunch of patterns. So why do we associate patterns like this and the little algorithms that come after it? Why do we associate things like this with intelligence? To be honest, I've worked with kids for a long time. And when that happens, you wind up bumping into parents that want to prove that their kids are uh, better than what they think they are, or they want to have the kid to pass some test and things will be perfect if they can just get to this goal and they can feel good about themselves and all that kind of stuff. And I don't really know what to tell them, because it's it's not that these things make you smart. It's that the more that you do something that actually fits that kind of good feeling in your head, that sort of thing where when you solve that puzzle or equation, or write that particular essay or whatever, when you've reached that goal, it feels better than reaching other goals. So doing this feels satisfying to me. But just because somebody isn't satisfied by solving this, that doesn't make them less intelligent because they don't solve it. It just it's just the wrong puzzle for them. It kind of goes back to the thing I said in the previous video where I talked about how people feel that they're not as essential, that they're not as important. They don't feel valuable because basically they just have learned to presume that their version of talent or intellect isn't going to be valued as much as they'd like. It's kind of a sad thing. I mean, imagine like that you really have this authentic sense of what you know you like, but because it's not making a lot of money, or it's not something that people can brag about uh, to that many people, all of a sudden it's not worth anything. Well, I don't care that this is not really worth anything. I mean, it's a cube. It's not going to save anybody. It's not going to cure cancer if I solve it. It's not going to create a fancy symphony that'll bring people to tears. It doesn't do anything except become the six colors, and then you put it down and you do it again. So I'm just demonstrating one particular thing that I think is interesting to me. And I have other things, but this one's just the easiest to show. And it proves a point. And that point is, I think it matters, but not necessarily to everybody else. It matters to me because it feels good to solve these things. That's how I am. What about you? Do you have any particular thing that you feel you're good at, like remembering stats from a sports team, or knowing all of the words to every song that was in the top 10 for a certain band, or being able to learn a different language really quickly. Things that people have probably kind of hemmed and hawed and probably yawned at, but isn't really the thing that you do the most. I don't know. I just figured I'd share that. And I figured I would just try to solve this thing and demonstrate what it's like to do something that's not the most groundbreaking, interesting thing, but it's just something pleasant. So here we go. Again, I'm not a speed cuber. This is going to take a minute. Almost done. Don't make fun of me if you are like some fancy speed cuber type person. Leave me alone. He's using that algorithm so slowly. I don't care. Yeah. Did it save any lives? Did it rescue people? Did it balance the budget? No. But it's just, it works for me. I'm a puzzle guy. That's it. I'll do this again soon. Peace.